If you're thinking of sailing on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston, I have 11 important tips and tricks for you for your cruise to make it the absolute most amazing time at sea. Hi, I'm Mark. I run Jackson Jetsetting. I sail all over the world and visit tons of hotels and resorts bringing travel reviews to you. And this cruise on board the MSC Seascape was an awesome time. It was a quick 2-night voyage out of Miami when it was still based there, but I did manage to join the ship for the press event in Galveston as well. So I spent a few nights on board and have a lot to say about MSC and the MSC Seascape. If you love cruise content, if you love watching YouTube videos about cruising, please consider subscribing to the channel or at least liking this video. It really helps me out. I'm excited to bring you my tips and tricks for the MSC Seascape. So tip number 1, MSC is not Royal Caribbean or Carnival. MSC is a European-based cruise line. It has a modern, stylish vibe. The ships are very, very flashy, very cool, expertly designed. I would expect later dining times for the most part. They're not really more formal, I would say, but it's definitely a ship that feels like you should maybe be dressing up because it's just so nice. Compared to some of the Carnival ships that I review, and don't get me wrong, I love a Carnival cruise, it's very different on board. The crew, I think, are still getting used to the American audience a little bit, and I think that each cruise that I've had on MSC, each additional cruise that I've taken, has been better than the last because I think the crew are now just getting to know how warm and awesome Americans are at sea compared to maybe the European guests, and it's just a completely different service style. So Americans like that service, Europeans are a little bit more self-serve. So MSC a little bit different in that regard, but I think it is changing and making itself more like Royal Caribbean or Carnival with the crew on board, which I think is important to know. Tip number 2. Yacht Club is the best value of the high-end cruise experience on these mega ships at sea. Yacht Club offers a private restaurant, a lounge, a pool deck, butlers, concierge, and priority elevators. It's often cheaper than Royal or Carnival suites, and I just think it's an excellent value. If you want to learn a little bit more about Yacht Club, I have a whole video dedicated to the topic that I will link down below. You can check out my review of the MSC Seascape as well, where I talk a little bit more about this. Tip number 3, the MSC app is very helpful on board. You can use it for booking some reservations for shows. You can look at the schedule on board for all the activities. You can make dining bookings, and you can see how much money you've spent in the casino or on board or in the spa. So you can always screenshot the daily schedule if you don't want to be living in the app all day, but it definitely is helpful. Won't say it's the best app from all the cruise lines. I think Royal Caribbean has the best app that I have used. But it is probably an essential thing to download. You can also access your internet package if you choose to buy one through the app. Tip number 4, the outdoor promenade is amazing and worth exploring. Seascape's oceanfront promenade is perfect for those sunsets. You actually have dining outdoors at most of the specialty restaurants as well. Tip number 5. You gotta understand the drink packages if you're gonna buy one. So in Yacht Club, you actually have the drink package completely included in your cruise, so there's no thinking involved, and a great tip for Yacht Club. But there are several different levels of MSC's drink packages. The most basic one, which is really well priced, it's gonna differ based on the length of your cruise, but it's not gonna include a lot of items on it. You're gonna have a basic beer, it's typically Heineken. You're gonna have a basic wine. You're gonna have one brand of liquor per type of liquor. And then you can buy up to maybe the deluxe packages and things like that include a lot more. So just know that if you're looking to get on board and you don't really care, you're not really a picky person, you can save a lot of money by going with the most basic package. For me, I think Easy Plus works for most travelers, but it's really up to you and your travel style. Tip number 6, book specialty dining early. For me, I like to plan out my specialty dining before I board. A lot of times you can find discounts online as well for these experiences. They have like a 2-night dining package that typically is a good deal, but it does have a set menu that you have to choose from. It works for most people, but just know that you can't order from the entire menu with these experiences a lot of the time. For me, my favorite choices are Butcher's Cut, which is the traditional steakhouse. If you are someone who likes steak, they do dry aging. It's really a fantastic spot. Kaido Teppanyaki, which I had an incredible meal at on my 2-night voyage. I think if you are a Diamond member, which I have status matched into, I get a free specialty dining meal, and I use it at Teppanyaki. I did a little buy up to the Wagyu for $20, I believe. It's a fantastic deal. I thought that was a great experience. And the Ocean Key restaurant, which has more seafood options, really an amazing time. If you're someone who just wants a little snack, pay a little bit extra, they do have a revolving sushi restaurant on board, which I think makes for great footage, great shot, those brag-worthy Instagram reels and things that you can show people back home. It's a lot of fun, and you don't have to spend $50 or $60 for a specialty meal to experience that. You pay per plate, just like the revolving sushi restaurants on land. Tip number 7, there are going to be crowds on board if you're outside of Yacht Club. The buffet is one of the busiest I've seen at sea. It is pretty large though. You can sometimes find some stations that are a little less frequented, but during peak times, so that lunch on embarkation day, breakfast, it's going to be very, very busy. Dinner, things are going to die down a little bit. And those aft infinity pools are not very big. They're very popular though, so definitely get there in the morning if you want to get those people-free Instagram videos. And Deck 8 is the best escape from the atrium crowds. The atrium crowds can get quite boisterous because it's multi-level. The stage itself is multi-level, and so people like to congregate there with various events they have going on. So just keep that in mind. Tip number 8, there are some differences in entertainment. The MSC shows are more of like a play the hits variety rather than a dedicated show with a custom story or even a Broadway show ported from land on board like on Royal Caribbean. I would say arrive 20 to 30 minutes early. They do require reservations unless you're in Yacht Club, but it's a really fantastic time. I think that the theater is nicely laid out. You don't have a lot of sightline issues like I do on some of the older Carnival ships. So very fun time in the theaters, in multiple shows each night. So if you don't get into one, just get there a little bit early for the next one. Tip number 9, for those Western Caribbean itineraries that you're going to be taking from Galveston, you're going to have pretty much the same ports in the Western Caribbean. You're usually going to stop at Cozumel, which is great for beach clubs, snorkeling, scuba diving if you're certified, and a lot of good Mexican shopping. It's a great do-it-yourself port. You don't necessarily need an excursion, but if you want a beach club for the day, there are a lot of options there. Very, very fun port. It's one of my favorite ports in the Caribbean, despite it being one of the most visited in the Caribbean. The water is just absolutely gorgeous. Roatan is perfect for those wildlife encounters. You also have great snorkeling and diving here too. It's a little bit more of an adventure port, so it's very mountainous, very, very fun. Been there several times. And then Costa Maya, which is another Mexican port. It's going to be a little bit more of a relaxed day. They do have a few beaches that you can go to, and then they have this really touristy mall that you have to enter and exit from. It's what makes Costa Maya not my favorite port, but you can still have fun, and if you are a snorkeler or a diver, the reefs here are really quite incredible. But for me, that's not my favorite in the Western Caribbean. Tip number 10 is that MSC can nickel and dime a little bit more than the other cruise lines, in my opinion. Again, if you're in Yacht Club, you have a lot more included, but a lot of the advertised activities like that Robotron or even the F1 simulator, those are going to be an extra charge. They're not very expensive, but they are an extra charge, and that can get on people's nerves. For me, I do my research, of course, and I'm not ever really surprised by those things, but just keep that in mind. Tip number 11, the Bridge of Sighs makes for incredible photos. You might have seen this in some of the advertisements on the ship, but the Bridge of Sighs is an incredible spot for photos, especially on those sea days at sunset. So definitely get those cameras out for that. Don't miss that cute family photo for your time on board. And the final tip is embrace the cruise. MSC draws a crowd from all over the world, though that is changing. I feel like on these recent cruises I've taken, it's going to be mostly Americans. They do have some European dining pacing at times. You really just have to go with the flow a little bit, I think. I think that MSC presents an excellent value at sea. It's increasingly becoming one of my favorite experiences at sea, but you do have to know that there's just going to be some differences. And maybe if you're used to Carnival or Royal Caribbean, those differences are not going to make you completely happy in the moment. That feeling is going to pass. At the end of the day, you're at sea. It's a great time, and the MSC is an amazing ship. So those are my tips for the MSC Seascape. I hope you have a great time on your voyage to the Western Caribbean from Galveston. We'll see you on the next cruise video. This is Jackson Jetsetting signing off.